Hi, welcome to today's workshop on how to launch your business with customer-focused marketing, brought to you by Grow with Google. Grow with Google is an initiative to help people prepare for work, find jobs, and grow their business online. In this workshop, we're going to talk about all the basics of customer-focused marketing to help you launch your successful business. In this workshop, you'll learn why marketing is so important. We'll introduce the marketing funnel and the customer journey and explain how your marketing can influence who does business with you. You'll learn how to reach prospective customers and build awareness of your brand, as well as how to engage your customers during their decisions process to influence their consideration. You'll also learn the methods of conversion, how to build customer loyalty, and encourage brand advocacy. Let's start by talking about the marketing funnel and the customer journey. Great marketers, they don't make stuff, they make meaning. Okay? This quote by marketing guru Seth Godin gets straight to the heart of what we want to accomplish today. The job of marketing is to make your product and overall brand meaningful for customers. That's what creates a customer base that is loyal to your brand, choosing your product over others. But how does that begin? Meet Shalyn Thomas and Sherika Winter, the founders of a business called TW Shalyn couldn't find a professional way to carry his lunch to work. He tried a paper bag, a plastic bag, all types of different stuff. None of them reflected his style. He looked for a professional lunch bag online, and he couldn't find one at a reasonable price. So he decided to take matters into his own hands, and TW was born. Like most entrepreneurs, Shalyn and Sherika started out with a passion and great idea. They had design and engineering skills and could build a product that they wanted, but they didn't know that much about marketing. Many of their decisions were based on just gut instinct, and they had a great start. They identified and created a product that met a real need, but Shalyn and Sherika didn't know how to make their products meaningful for their customers. So they soon realized they would need to be great marketers as well. They needed to establish a brand that would reach customers, sell more products, and build loyalty. At its core, marketing is an ongoing effort to create meaning for your customers. It answers questions like, why should customers buy from you? What's in it for them? What makes your product or service a great choice? Why should they listen to your advice? And what's your backstory? Because storytelling helps impart meaning to your product and brand. It can connect customers with your business on an emotional level. When your customers buy from you, you want them to feel good about their purchases. Your marketing should be about building relationships, developing trust, credibility, so that your customers want to buy from you. Staying in touch throughout the customer journey will help them think of you first. It's useful to think of marketing as a funnel, a process to take people who are unfamiliar with your product or service and turn them into paying customers. Overall, a main goal of the marketing funnel is to help a business accomplish their goals, whether that be for profit, revenue, new customers, or something else important to your business. The first benefit of this framework is that it considers the customer journey. Instead of trying to think of random marketing strategies or thinking of a plan that focused solely on sales, the marketing funnel encourages you to consider the experience of the buyer. The customer journey is the sum of the experience consumers go through when interacting with a brand. So awareness is the first phase. When a potential customer discovers you, maybe through word of mouth, a Google search, or even an ad. Next, they may move into the consideration phase. This is when the consumer weighs whether they'll buy from you or your customer, whether they'll buy your type of product or something similar, or whether they'll buy at all. If the consumer decides to become your customer, they move into the conversion phase. This may buy one thing or many things over a lifetime. Which brings me to the final phase, which is loyalty. This is the customers that are so thrilled about their experience that they have to turn to your brand first and recommend it to others. So your job as a marketer is to influence customers at every phase of the customer journey. At the awareness phase, your marketing is focused on reaching customers where they are so they become aware of your brand. During the consideration phase, your marketing is about engaging potential customers, by answering questions and building relationships. In this conversion phase, your marketing is about influencing your leads, converting them into paying customers, and lastly, sustaining contact with customers who had a good experience, can build loyalty and turn them into brand advocates. At every phase of the customer journey, you have the opportunity to persuade them to move forward with you. The better the marketing, the greater their influence, and the longer the journey. So let's talk about the first phase and how we are going to reach prospects and build awareness for our brand. The customer journey may begin when someone needs something and turns to a Google search. Awareness could be triggered through word of mouth, advertising, trade show marketing, or other types of communication. No matter how the customer finds you, they'll likely continue their research by searching for your business online. So, in order to reach prospective customers, you first need to understand who they are. Start by identifying who needs your product. Then, build a brand that sparks their interest. Once you define your ideal market and build a solid brand, get your business online. Let's talk about each of these concepts in a little bit more detail, okay? So, when it comes to identifying your customer, it's good to think about whose problems you want to solve. Who will want the product and brand experience you'll create. Understanding exactly who your prospective customer is will guide your marketing. Your brand and products may be useful to just about anybody, but it is important that you have a customer that you most likely will focus on. You'll spread your message and money too thin if you do not. That's where market segmentation comes into play. It helps you narrow in. You can start with demographic segmentation, which includes things like age, gender, ethnicity, religion, income, and education level. You also want to know about their interests, values, personality, and lifestyle. These are psychographics. And then you have geographics. These are location-based information like size and density of region or neighborhood they live in. What language do they speak? And even the climate where they live. Lastly, you have behavioral segmentation. Involves understanding the frequency of your customers' purchases, their usage of your products, and level of loyalty. So, with that being said, you want to create a customer persona. A customer persona represents a group of similar people in a desirable audience. They are fictional users whose goals and characteristics represent the needs of a larger group of users. Customer personas can help you focus on creating marketing materials for the people who are most likely to buy your products or services. Naming them and associating a photo are common marketing practices. Considering their customer persona, Metro Michaela. She's in her mid-30s, female, single, and lives alone in a large city. She's college educated and has a mid-level management job in the fashion industry. Michaela likes to have friends over to cook and drink wine. She dreams of traveling, but spends most of her time in the city, shopping at local boutiques and farmers markets. How would you market a product to Metro Michaela? Think about how you would influence Michaela along the customer journey. What channels would you use to reach her? What type of imagery, words, or tone of voice would appeal to her? And then what type of product attributes would be important to her? Once you identify your customer, it's time to create a brand that appeals to them. Branding is more than just choosing a logo you like. A good brand identity connects emotionally to your prospective customers. Your logo design and brand colors will convey certain feelings and even inspire certain actions. So, graphic elements communicate value and interest and should represent what your prospective customer aspires. Your brand's messaging, tone, and voice do the same, helping to communicate what your brand is about, how it relates to them, and how it aligns with their values. These standard values and ideas create the basics of your brand. Before you choose a logo or colors, you need to define your values and ideas. For example, TW Tote positions itself as a luxury but approachable brand. They wanted their product to be accessible while meeting their standards for quality and style. They use these characteristics to describe who they are and they want to be and how they want to be perceived. These values can be written into a brand positioning statement that establishes the foundation of your marketing efforts. For example, you can see the picture and how it conveys certain stuff about their brand. Your brand positioning statement is your North Star and can also be used externally in your marketing. It should include the customers you serve, your audience, what you offer and how it addresses your customers' needs, how you're the best at what you do and what differentiates you from your competitors, and then your brand promise or mission. Brand positioning statements needs to be brief, clear, and memorable. Good branding creates a cohesive, powerful experience for your customers as it begins. Here's a template you can use for your brand when positioning statement. The blue words are placeholders. You will replace the 5 placeholders with words that apply to your brand, including the audience, customer, challenge or need, company name, your product or service, and why it's different in a brand promise or mission. In the case of TW Tote, the audience is working professionals. The customer's challenge of the needs is a stylish and functional lunch bag. The company name is TW Tote. Why is it different? It's fashionable, insulated, vegan leather totes, and the brand promises or mission is everyone deserves a luxurious and functional lunch bag the entire family can use. Once you define your prospective customer and designed a brand that speaks to them, it's time to get your business online. You may find an audience through existing platforms like social media sites, seller platforms like Etsy, or directory sites often made for specific professions like accountants or plumbers. These existing platforms can help you reach specific customers, but using them is like renting an office. You don't own the space, you lease it. That means the owner can change the space, raise the rent, or even go up into business and leave you in the lurch. If you build your brand's presence only on leased platforms, you risk the chance of your sole connection to your customers being wiped at the whim of the platform. Leased platforms should be only used as a supplement to your own site. Building your own website ensures you own your online property. You have full control over its contents and how it behaves. You can also grow and customize it as your business grows. Also, your own website can be optimized for search engines, helping people find you. Google also offers a way to get your business online by creating a free business profile. The business profile displays critical business information to searchers across Google Search and Maps, and is optimized for different devices. This doesn't replace a website, but it can help you stand out in search results and drive potential customers to your site. Creating a business profile helps you control the details Google displays, like, for example, business hours, contact information, store locations, photos, videos, and more. There are also built-in marketing features to communicate with your customers throughout the customer journey. You can find more about this by visiting google.com/business. Once consumers discover your brand, some move into the next phase of the customer journey, consideration. Here you can guide customers through the process of evaluating your brand, engaging and influencing them to learn more about you. During the consideration phase, customers are deciding whether or not they want to do business with you. They're evaluating your brand compared to other choices and gathering information to help them decide what or if to buy at all. Your marketing strategy is to provide answers to their questions and other details to help them in their evaluation. Engaging your customer during the consideration phase is crucial. Learn about the needs and wants by listening to them, asking questions, and having meaningful conversations. Spend time communicating and delivering valuable information and content to your customers. Your goal during this phase is to build interest and desire in your your goal during this phase is to build interest and desire in your customer so that they want to develop a deeper and longer relationship with your brand, of course. Going right along. Listen and learn. To learn about your customer, listen and don't make assumptions. Determine their pain points. The better you understand those needs, the better you can create solutions and communicate them. Shalin and Sherika, for example, at TW Tote, discovered that their customers loved their lunch bags, but also needed different types of totes for a variety of uses. You can address the challenges your potential customer has with your particular industry, product, or with your brand specifically. Analyzing what the customers are searching for online will give you insights into what they want you and need, what they want you to do, and what they need from you. By listening and learning, you can figure out how best to serve your customers through your product and your content. You can use Google search to find out what your customer may be looking for. Often it's for solutions to their problems. How do you prospective customers search? What terms do they use that can connect them to your product or brand? Searches by TW Tote customers might be around fashionable work bags or style tips. These search terms become the keyword or keyword phrases that should be used regularly throughout your marketing. Most small businesses should have at least 5 and up to 30 keywords or phrases that they know their customers use to search for their type of product and expertise. What keywords have you identified for your business? Let us know. Whenever you enter a search query, you'll see a list of related searches at the bottom of the search result page. That is what is highlighted on that slide right here. TW Tote could type professional lunch bag into the Google search bar and see where related searches come up. Those may be good words or phrases to use for their marketing. A free tool called Google Trends can also help you find keywords and ideas for new content. Google Trends will show you the relative popularity of different search terms on Google. If it has enough data, Trends can show up and forecast search volume and searches experiencing significant growth. You can use it to find and compare the popularity of different words or phrases, determine seasonality or different searches, and see where searches happen geographically. And you can also use it to discover related search topics and queries. As all this information can help you see what topics people are interested in and create relevant content to publish on your website. Once you know your customer is looking for, it's time to give them what they want. So the shift from listening to communication begins when you share your content that educates and inspires them. Your customer most likely, they don't know half of what you know about your industry and even less about the specifics, brands, and products. What can you teach them? What can you demonstrate or instruct them in? How can you help them and inspire them and provide resources to them? Engage with customers by giving them valuable information that proves you're a credible source of information about your industry. Content that builds trust by sharing your expertise. And content that's relatable and likable. This type of communication isn't about promoting your product specifically. It's about offering information that helps them with their research. Essentially, you're trading value for their attention. You can share content, words, photos, videos through many different channels. You don't have to be on all of them, but you do have the opportunity to reach different audiences in different ways through different channels. Think of each of these channels as a means to share content, to grab attention, and the place where your customer likes to spend time and learn. TW Tote has a YouTube channel with commercial style videos talking about their products, features. They also showcase special offers on social media and their blog. There are a lot of choices. Choose channels based on where your customer spends time and what best delivers that content you're sharing. Ultimately, you want to drive traffic back to your website and share content directly on your site. If you have a business profile on Google, you can use the post feature. You can use the post feature to share content that links back to your site. In order to do this, for more information on how to do this, go to google.com/business. Whatever you can dream up, the interesting, entertaining, and educational to your prospective customers, stuff that is useful to them and not necessarily about you, will engage them on these channels and help them evaluate you further. I know it sounds like a lot to ask. Just remember that you're sharing this content to attract them to your site and trade the value you provide for their attention. No one wants to feel like they're being sold to, per se. So that's what scares so many businesses away from marketing. But as long as your marketing is consumer focused and appropriate at each phase of the journey, you're actually sharing, not selling. Provide opportunities for your customer to evaluate your brand and products through your content. One page on TW Tote's website, it describes how their products are made and what makes them special. So you can do this with an FAQ page or your website or a comparison spec sheet to understand your different packages. Create demo videos and educational webinars that help your customer evaluate your brand. Sampling and free trials are also ways to help customers decide whether or not to buy. Encourage people to sign up for your email list. Through email, you can segment your audience and send personalized communications that continue nurturing your customer relationships during the consideration phase and lead to conversions for those who are ready. Developing relationships. Communicating in this way Communicating in this way with your prospective customers helps develop a relationship built on trust, credibility, and likability. These are things you earn by putting the work in that we talked about so far. Beyond sharing great content, you also need to spend time solving their problems, even the ones that come up before they become a paying customer, okay? Marketing during the consideration phase can be long and takes patience, but having a consistent, constant strategy and dedication to engaging your customers through a variety of channels will solidify a relationship that lasts. Let's look at another real world. Let's take a moment to meet Tracy and Danny. So we'll look at another real world business to help us understand the third and fourth phases of this customer journey. Meet Tracy and Danny again. They are daughter and team behind Wicked Good Cakes. In 2010, they took cake decorating classes. The passion became a business, and their first store opened October 2011. As their reputation grew, they received hundreds of shipping requests, but they couldn't find a way to ship cupcakes, and they had to arrive with they didn't have a way to ship cupcakes and have them arrive fresh. That's when they came up with a big idea: cupcakes in mason jars. So, by filling jars with layers of cake, frosting, and filling, the cupcake stays more fresh for 10 days without refrigeration and can be shipped easily. The news spread so much, and by April 13th, Tracy and Danny debuted their product on ABC's Shark Tank in front of 10 million TV viewers. Wicked Goods Cupcakes became the go-to site to buy unique baked goods online. With an experience on a popular TV show, Wicked Good Cupcakes has achieved brand awareness and were actively engaging with their customers. Their next step was to focus on increasing purchases and turning customers into brand loyal advocates. It was time for Tracy and Danny to do more marketing, focused on conversion and loyalty phases of the customer journey. They needed to learn more about their customer so they could better convert them. They needed to identify opportunities to improve their website and make the entire experience, especially the checkout process, more efficient. They also needed to give their customers reasons to come back to the site, share their experience with others, and eventually become brand advocates. With the help of Wicked Good Cupcakes, we're going to talk about the last two phases of the customer journey and how your marketing can help convert more customers during the conversion phase and turn them into brand loyal customers during the loyalty phase. Let's start with the conversion phase. Once your marketing has addressed the awareness and consideration phases of the customer journey, you should have some leads who has become prospects and are ready to become paying customers. In this phase, your job is to market and influence these leads and prospects to become paying customers, a process called conversion. To convert customers, you need to figure out which leads are most likely to become customers and focus your marketing efforts on them. To do this, you'll need to identify the key customer actions that lead conversion. Then, share the right marketing messages and timely call to action to encourage the purchases with those ready customers. Finally, you'll convert more customers when you streamline the purchases process and make it easy as possible for them. So let's continue and go into this in more detail. So, how do you know your customers are in their journey? You look at their actions. Certain action signals they are more likely to convert. These key actions may vary depending on your business, but here are some common ones, okay? So, signing up for your email list, submitting a form like a request or for a quote, downloading content like a product, brochure, or watching a video, signing up for a trial or demo account, downloading your app, calling you or emailing you to schedule a one of the options is also calling you or emailing you to schedule a consultation, placing a product in your online shopping cart but leaving the site before making a purchase. It's important to remember these key actions won't all be online. For Wicked Good Cupcakes, a key action could be visit the cupcake truck offering samples. When Wicked Good Cupcakes looked into customer actions, they saw that some website video visitors were placing items in their shopping cart but not completing the purchase. That action signaled a higher interest level than just visiting the website. They identified these visitors and then sent them coupons, giving them a nudge to buy. Think about your business. What customer actions can help you identify who might be ready to become customers? Once you've identified customers ready to make a purchase, it's time to share content and call to action designed to convert. As I mentioned earlier, Wicked Good Cupcakes sent coupons to people who abandoned their shopping carts. Your conversions efforts could include a discount or a special deal like buy one get one free, or an exclusive offer with more of a VIP feel. You could also send an invitation to special content like a webinar or event, or include customer testimonials that share more about your brand or product. Think about what else you can offer as a value-added service, like free shipping or free tutorial with a product specialist. Present these value adds in a way that sounds compelling and time-sensitive. Good copywriting will go a long way in creating a persuasive call to action. Consider marketing and advertising channels that let you reach this curated audience. You could use your email marketing as well. Platform as well as digital advertising platforms like Google Ads. So you can use your email marketing platforms as well as digital advertising platforms like Google Ads. So there are a lot of elements that go into conversion. But one of the easiest ways to convert customers is to make that purchase process as simple as possible, okay? So you can create a hassle-free online checkout experience by reducing the number of steps, offering guest checkout as opposed to requiring sign-ins, providing value-added services or benefits purchases, and ensuring they feel great about what they're buying. Like when Wicked Good Cupcakes wanted to make it faster and easier for customers to complete purchases, they reduced the total number of checkout steps. They also continuously test other checkout options and tweak the process based on the results. For example, they added the option for customers purchasing cupcakes as a gift to record a personalized video that will be sent via email to the recipients. They used the Google Analytics to see how those changes affected their sales and made the necessary adjustments as the data came in. Ultimately, conversions works best when you've created a stellar experience at every touch point throughout the customer journey. We've talked about what should you do to convert customers. Now let's look at some tools that can help you accomplish these goals. So first we got Google Analytics. It's a no-cost tool that can help you identify key customers, actions that happen on your website. It's one of the most popular website analytic platforms available. It's also used to track customer journey on your website, as well as Google Analytics can help you discover important information about your website visitors, like for example, how do people find my site? What do customers interact with once they find me online? What demographic groups visits my site the most? What channels drive the most traffic? And which channels and actions drive the most conversion? Google Analytics can help you better market throughout the entire customer journey. Specifics to the conversion phase, Google Analytics provides insights to the actions impacting your conversions, help you identify customers ready to convert, and lets you analyze your conversion process so that you can get more people to complete the action important to your business. To learn more about Google Analytics, feel free to visit at g.co/analytics. Do you have Google Analytics account connected to your website? If not, I suggest it. Another Google tool that is useful for driving conversion is Google Ads. One of the advantages of digital advertising is the ability to deliver specific content to specific groups of people. This lets you show ads to the right people at the right time, making it more likely they'll convert into paying customers. For example, look, you can use Google Ads to put sales messages and incentives in front of people searching for products like yours. Ads can appear on Google search results and made many other websites like YouTube, for example. There are many formats available. You have text ads, image ads, shopping ads, and video ads, just to name a few. There are also special types of campaigns. Ones you may recognize, even if you never heard of it. It's called remarketing. In these campaigns, your ads can appear to a potential customer after he or she visits your website. When you connect your Google Ads and Google Analytics accounts, you're able to create ads directly from your analytics data and learn more about the impact of your ad campaigns. To learn more about that, go to Google Ads and visit ads.google.com. So we're on the final phase of our customer journey, and that is a very important one that we're on, and it's loyalty. As in the other phases, you can influence your customers' actions through focused marketing that sustains loyalty and encourages them to recommend you to others, and we definitely want that. By giving your customer more to consume, making their experience great, you can sustain their business and earn their loyalty. Loyalty customers think of your brand over all others. This will help you encourage them to promote your brand and products to people they know, helping you reach new customers. Have you been an advocate for a business that you love? If so, let us know. All customers are not created equal. A customer who stays interested and engaged with your brand and continues shopping with you has a lot more value to your business. So how do you create more of these types of customers? By providing more value to them. You might do this through consistently excellent customer service, new products, as well as different programs and initiatives. Ultimately, you want to keep your customer happy, engaged, and buying from you. Happy customers will often naturally tell others about their experience, but you can also nudge them to do more with some focused marketing. You can identify customers who are ready for this phase based on their conversions, how long they've been a customer, and if they're speaking out of social channels about your brand. With that being said, you want to build customer loyalty. Building this type of customer loyalty can be done a number of ways and relies the entire customer experience being stellar up to this point. If they didn't have a good checkout experience, had trouble with the product, and didn't get the help they needed, or felt ignored or unsatisfied with their experience or interactions, it will be hard for them to turn them into a brand loyal advocate. Excuse me. At this phase, you want to focus on deepening your relationship with your customers, getting to know them, letting them get to know you, and keeping them happy and engaged. You can do this by staying in touch through whatever channels make sense for your business. Share content that's valuable for your paying customers. Product tutorials, video guides, and new product launch info. Providing top-notch customer service will positively impact customer loyalty. Think about these questions. Do they get the help they need? Are you providing all the answers to their questions? Do they feel great about their purchases and interactions with your brand? If you know the answer to these questions, it's time to get some feedback. If you do not know the answer to these questions, it's time to get some feedback. Ask your customer how you're doing and what you can do better. It's highly valuable information for you and will let them know their opinion matters. It will help you continually improve your offering, service, and overall brand, which will also help build customer loyalty because they'll know you're listening and you care. Lastly, think of how you can delight your customers in unexpected ways to further deepen your relationship and differentiate from your competitors. Have you been involved in a loyalty program? If so, let us know. Loyalty programs and incentives will help you sustain the customer loyalty you've built by helping them feel special. You could create a loyalty program based on VIP status and exclusivity, something that offers special products, sneak peeks, or videos to help them understand your product better. Your product could offer special discounts and perks, like occasional coupons, or a points reward system is possible as well. Personalization will go a long way, okay? So you may also want to consider things like sending personalized notes with purchases or special offers on birthdays and anniversaries. Once your customer feels taken care of and delighted, they'll be more open and encouraged to recommend your brand to people they know. This is so powerful because your current customers most likely associate with people within the same target market as you, making their friends and connections your next best customer. In fact, 92% of consumers trust word of mouth recommendations over other types of marketing, and customers referred by others customers have a 37% higher retention rate. These are important reasons to not just focus on sustaining loyalty, but encouraging advocacy. Happy customers will naturally spread positive word of mouth. Okay? Of course, the positive is also true, which is why you want to create an excellent customer experience. You can help your customers spread the word by putting opportunities to advocate your brand in front of them. Start by asking your customer to leave you online reviews. Customers asking your best customer for testimonials or permission to make their experience with you into a case study. You can also create referral programs. And also you'll want to contest in social media, sharing opportunities with prize incentives, and also a great way to help you help them. Encouraging customers to leave you a review on Google and interacting with them through your business profile is a great way to start. Your happy customer becomes advocates for your business through the reviews they leave, which become a great way for new customers to learn about you in the way they trust. Responding to your reviews in a timely and professional manner shows customers that your business listens to feedback and can positively influence potential customers. You can influence response in the search results, and in the Google Maps app, search for the name of your business and you'll see an option to read and respond to reviews. You can definitely ask a customer to leave you a review. Just avoid offering incentive to do so. Your replies are a simple but powerful way to build loyalty and encourage advocacy. Your customers are not the only ones who can become brand advocates. Employees, partners, and vendors are great candidates for brand advocacy as well. Even if they aren't actual customers, they have an intimate knowledge of your brand and can encourage and advocate for you. Paid influence and affiliates are also another form of advocacy. Influencers are typically people who have influence among your target audience, and the content they share is in line with your brand. Influencers are paid to recommend your brand or a specific product, typically through social media. Affiliates are typically people in your industry who have a wide reach or a lot of traffic on their website. Affiliates receive a percentage of the sales they generate through their advocacy. Take the time to identify your advocates and unleash their advocacy powers. Now we've come to the end of the customer journey. As you can see, there's a lot of marketing you can do to influence the customer journey to ensure your product customers become aware of you, consider you fully, complete a conversion, and become loyal brand advocates. Customer-focused marketing for the awareness and consideration phases of the customer journey starts by defining whose customers are and creating a brand that speaks to them. You'll need to get your business online in order for your customers to reach and research you. Spend time listening to prospective customers and learning about them so that they can communicate effectively and deliver valuable content. All of this works to develop strong relationships with your customer in hopes that they move into the next phases of the journey. In the last two phases of the customer journey, your marketing is focused on converting your customer into turning them into brand loyal advocates. Not all of the people who show initial interest to your brand will move into these phases, so it's important to identify key actions someone in the consideration phase would take that would likely lead them to conversion. Then you want to identify those customers so you can share timely calls to action to pave the way to their purchase. You'll want to make sure that the purchase process is streamlined and easy for you to not lose someone in the process. Once you landed a customer, keep them happy and satisfied to build their customer loyalty. Implement programs and initiatives to sustain their loyalty and encourage their advocacy amongst everyone they know. You can also create advocacy programs among other people like employees and influencers, because ultimately their advocacy will lead to more customers entering the awareness phase of the customer journey, keeping the pipeline filled. We've covered a lot of information today. Let's recap on some real quick before we get out of here. Real quick, if you enjoy video lessons, subscribe to Grow with Google's YouTube channel at youtube.com/growwithgoogle. The channel publishes a new video regularly covering topics that can help you grow your skills, career, and business. Thank you so much for attending today's workshop. We truly value your feedback. If you would take a moment to share your thoughts, we'd appreciate it. You can access the survey at g.co/grow/feedback or using your mobile phone camera to scan the QR code on the side of this presentation. Other than that, have a good one. Thanks again. See you later. Bye.